I know I'm asking you to be vulnerable and raw and real with yourself, and that is kind of terrifying, especially if it's something that you would rather just avoid entirely. But if you want a beautiful, meaningful relationship with yourself, and then to find that with somebody else, you need to put in the work. I found actually going through the pandemic in the very early stages helped me reconnect with myself. I learned many new hobbies that I didn't know I would even have interest in. I ended up having a new appreciation for some of my weaknesses, which was very interesting. I reconnected with some friends that I had a lot of anger towards before the pandemic. And the pandemic just allowed me to spend a lot of time in my head thinking about my growing up years and having more compassion towards some people in my life that I resented. It was incredibly helpful. And it was so helpful for me to go down that path and release the anger and the disappointment and the frustration, and also I found myself accountable for some things, well, lots of things, that instead of being accountable for before, I was just blaming other people for, and going down that path, diving deep into figuring things out, learning more, coming to terms with things, showing compassion for people, and reminding ourselves that we are all human, trying our best. There has been no book has been given to any of us, how to have the perfect life, how to create the perfect relationship, how to be the best parent, how to be the best partner. This is all us learning from our experiences and learning what to do and what not to do from those experiences, having people in our lives that motivate us and inspire us, having relationships and qualities that we aspire to have, and just loving ourselves for everything, all the good and the bad, and being accountable for stuff. That one can be hard for a lot of people. It's so easy to blame other people for things. And that's something I found that as I was digging deep during the early stages of the pandemic, and I'm still doing it all the time, really, I found myself really shying away from being accountable for things because it's a lot easier to blame other people. And these stories that we tell ourselves about what we think happened, and the judgment that we have on other people, and these high standards that we have on other people, it's just insane. It totally messes us up, really. But if we can take a step back and really acknowledge things that took place and what happened, and give ourselves compassion and be accountable when we should be accountable, it really allows us to have this beautiful, deep love for ourselves, knowing that this is the only person we're ever going to have for our entire life. And this is a constant process, but it's a good place to start, right? Is really working on ourselves and being vulnerable and connecting, and then taking this beautiful new piece of us that we have grown and come to learn of, and then to put this into a new relationship and together heal and grow and learn.